Hi everybody, it's Jen. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another fantasy Walt Disney World planning day. Today we're going to be planning a trip for Chris and his mom, and both of them are healthcare workers who have been through it during the great unpleasantness. So I'm super excited to be planning a trip for them, and I cannot wait to share all the details with you. So before I do the fantasy planning, and don't worry, I will put a lovely timestamp down in the bottom, so if you didn't enter to win, you can absolutely skip this part, but we have a giveaway to attend to. Now, this was the giveaway with my friend Karen, who is Enchanted Mysteries. She actually gave me these ears in a different box. I don't know what this color is called. I should probably look that up. But this is the golden ticket that was in my last box from her, and she is sponsoring a wonderful giveaway for one of you. I have a huge spreadsheet with all of the entries numbered. So here's how this is gonna work. I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna show you guys the number, and then I'm gonna have to go double check the entries on the spreadsheet to make sure that the person who won followed the instructions for the giveaway, and I'll come back in just a blink of an eye and I'll tell you who our winner is. But first, let's open up and find out what their number is. So you can see it's still sealed. This is filled with integrity. You guys know, integrity is important to me, and it's important to Karen. Jeez, Karen. This thing is like, okay, am I gonna need a scissor? Okay, I'm gonna cut it instead of, hopefully I didn't cut the ticket. No, I didn't. By the way, before I show you this, Karen is including in every month's shipment of box, I don't know if it's one of these golden tickets or multiple, but if you get one of these in your box from her, she will refund the cost of your box and the shipping. So that's kind of exciting, right? I mean, that's like, I love that kind of thing. All right, here is our golden ticket. As the holder of this enchanted golden ticket, congratulations, your mystery box is a gift from us. So when you order a mystery box from her, you might actually be getting it for free. How fun is that? I love that she did such a fun little add-on. I mean, you know, I love stuff like that. And our number is, are you ready? 25. 25, okay? So now let me run to my spreadsheet. And the stipulation was you had to be subscribed to my channel, you had to be subscribed to Karen's Facebook group or her Instagram, and you had to leave a comment about your favorite British Disney character. Okay, let's find out who our winner is. Hold on. Okay, winner chicken dinner. My winner actually followed all of the instructions and I was able to easily find her. So thank you to our winner, number 25 of my comments. And our winner was Sandra Campbell. So Sandra, yay, you won, congratulations. You probably have already been contacted by Karen through Instagram, but you know, if this is the first time you're hearing that you won, yay! That was my Kermit right there. I'm so happy for you. You can go on and choose whichever mystery box you want. Karen's paying for the box, Karen's paying for the shipping, the whole 9 yards. So congratulations to our winner. And if you haven't checked out Karen's Enchanted Mystery Boxes, she has some amazing ones for May. So make sure you head over to her website and check it out. I will put all of the details in the description box below. Let's get on to our video. I was so excited when I pulled this particular situation, and I will put a screenshot right here of Chris's comment. Chris actually also happens to be one of my patrons. I promise I picked it randomly, but it just made it all the sweeter. And we have some amazing stuff going on over on Patreon, some surprises that the rest of you won't know about for a while. So if you want to join us there, it's as little as $5 a month, and I don't do sponsored videos. Patreon is how I'm able to keep the channel going. So if you enjoy the videos and you're able to show support for the work that I do, I would love it if you would join us. But Chris sent me the comment saying that his mom had actually delayed her retirement as a healthcare worker in order to help with the great unpleasantness. And I happen to know that Chris is also a healthcare worker. And I can't think of anybody right now more deserving of a fantasy Walt Disney World trip than Chris and his mom. Now, what I wish is that I could just fund this entire thing and this whole trip would just magically happen. I've actually thought that for every one of these that I've done, but unfortunately, I am not a person in a position to be able to do that. But Chris said he'd like it to be a luxury trip for his mom. They'd like to stay in deluxe accommodations, and they'd even like to do something special like a VIP tour. So this was super fun to plan. Scott once again came in and helped me out, and we talked about several different deluxe properties. At first we thought maybe to be on the monorail loop, but then you know what, the more we thought about it, the more we decided that we would like to see you in the Crescent Lake area. Now, if you have never stayed in that area, which is the Boardwalk, the Beach Club, and the Yacht Club, it is so fantastically located. And I think my favorite part is that you are within walking distance of Disney's Hollywood Studios, albeit it's a little bit of a stretch of the legs, but you know, nothing that isn't doable, especially if the weather is decent. And you can also walk to Epcot super easily. The restaurants in that area are plentiful. The views are fantastic. We've yet to stay at any of those resorts and haven't had a view that was poor. You've always got a balcony in all three of those resorts. But for this trip, since it is two grown adults who are both very tired from working incredibly hard, I'd like to see you at the Yacht Club and in specifically a club level room. Now, if you're new to fantasy planning, we just ignore anything that's closed because it's fantasy. So we just assume that everything is back open, all the restaurants are open, club level is happening, fireworks are happening, all of the magical things. Now, Scott and I have actually stayed club level at Yacht Club a couple of different times. Once when the boys were little, which was just hysterical. We had gotten this great discount. This was back when the airlines used to get discounts. And we had never experienced that level of service as a family. It was very, very fancy and we absolutely adored our stay. And then I stayed again as an adult. Now, club level has really improved in my view over the years, and Yacht Club is no exception. They have a lot more offerings even than they used to have, and I've just noticed that within the last probably 2 to 3 years. And you can go and watch my video where I talked about my club level stay at the Boardwalk, and I'll put a link to that right here. That was a couple of years ago. But club level can be a great choice. Yes, you do pay quite a bit more per night for your room, but especially if it's two adults, the thing I love about it, and Coral and I really noticed this when we stayed club level at Grand Destino Tower last year, it's great to have a second space to kind of spread out, because in the club level, you can get drinks and snacks all throughout the day. You get breakfast in the morning. It kind of varies what you get offered there, but usually at least one day a week. They even have things like I've experienced an omelet bar in a club lounge. They have in the evening, they're going to have wine and beer. And pro tip, you actually can ask for wine or beer anytime during the day and they can get it for you. They just don't have it out in the open when they're not doing their, regular dinner service. They have desserts and cordials in the evenings. And it really, especially when you're traveling as an adult, you don't have to stress, like if you're done for the day and you're ready to head back, but you're, oh gosh, we didn't get any food and I kind of would love to go to a lounge, but I'm really exhausted. Being able to just kind of roll into the club level lounge and help yourself to those things is such a nice amenity. And the breakfasts are always great as well. And what we would typically do is while we're in the club level lounge, we could grab a couple of bottled waters for the day. You could grab a soda, you could grab, a piece of fruit or a snack and stick it in your park bag. So you really actually save quite a bit of money on food when you're in a club level room. Now, I really like club level rooms for anytime there's a festival going on, because in my view, you could do a club level room, go over to Epcot for whatever festival is going on, and you could kind of avoid too many restaurant reservations altogether. And I think that could make for just a lovely trip and everybody would be incredibly well fed. Now, the other reason I really love the Yacht Club for you guys is, of course, Stormalong Bay. If you've never been to Stormalong Bay, oh my gosh, the only people I don't recommend it for have little ones that are not water safe yet. And here's why. The water slide area is kind of spread out. The whole pool area, in fact, is very spread out. And if you are chasing after little ones, we did it when the boys were a little bit too too young, and it gave me a bit of heart palpitations. So if your kids are pool safe, then I think it's a fantastic pool for kids. If they're really little, then it's maybe not the best choice, especially if you have multiple children, because you can't be in 3 places at once. And Scott and I were obviously outnumbered. But for grown-ups, there are so many lovely little areas. Hurricane Hannah's is the poolside bar there. They have all of the normal things. They have fabulous margaritas. They have a fabulous grill there. And you can really spend, I think you could actually spend an entire vacation at Yacht Club, Stormalong Bay, the boardwalk area, and never even go into a theme park and have an amazing time. But Chris, I know you guys are going to want to go to the theme parks. So now you've got so many options. You can get to Hollywood Studios via the Skyliner. You can walk. You can take the friendship boats. You can obviously walk very quickly over to Epcot. It's like not even a 10-minute walk. So it's just fabulous all around for adults. Also, all of the great dining opportunities. You've got all of the boardwalk offerings, plus you've got all of the offerings of the Yacht Club, which has one of my favorite underrated restaurants, Ale and Compass, as well as Yachtsman Steakhouse, which is a wonderful signature fine dining experience. You've got Cape May over at Beach Club, and then, but wait, there's more. You've got the Swan and Dolphin. So you've got my favorite Italian restaurant, Il Mulino, as well as several other options at Swan and Dolphin. And you never have to leave that little pocket. So within literal walking distance, you have, I think, dozens of restaurants, 2 theme parks, just crazy how many options you have. So I think for a grown-up trip, especially where you and your mom may want to split up from time to time, I don't know how you guys travel together. I know my mom and I have traveled together multiple times, including our cruise we took last year. If you want to watch that video, I'll put it down in the description box. We did an amazing Viking cruise. It was the West Indies Explorer. Absolutely loved it. But we also like to have our alone time. And quite frankly, I'm even that way when I travel with my husband. So a stay in a place like that gives you the opportunity to do that without like one of you having to take the car or whatever the case may be. It's just all in that one area. And I feel like it would just make it so relaxing. Now, I'm so glad you said that you thought you might want to do a VIP tour, because really, if you want a relaxing Disney vacation, but you still want to make sure you get in all the headliners, this is such a great option. Because what I would do if I were you is schedule one day, preferably towards the beginning of the trip while you're still, excited to be there, maybe day 2, to do your VIP experience. And on your VIP experience day, I probably wouldn't try to do 4 parks. Epcot, I feel like you can probably navigate on your own, but I would definitely try to do Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios. And that would give you the opportunity to really make sure you do all the headliners. I've talked a lot about the VIP experience because I happen to love it. And if you're doing a big splurge luxury trip to celebrate something great, which I feel like is what you guys are doing, I think it can be such a great option. Now, dining opportunities, I want to make sure you guys still get some great dining in, even though I know you are doing the club level, so you'll have lots of food available there. But I would love to see you do the California Grill one night. Hopefully fireworks are going on. You can see fireworks from up there. I think that would be just lovely. I would also love to see you eat at a signature restaurant, something maybe in Epcot. But again, if there's a festival going on, I'm always a little bit torn, because I kind of prefer to kind of graze at the festivals over one long meal if I'm at Epcot during a festival. And I'm going to be honest, that's a bit of a tension for me right now, because there are so many great restaurants in World Showcase, and yet the festivals offer so much great food. And just as I'm getting older, that's how I prefer to eat, is little bites kind of spread out over a long period of time, kind of like a toddler. I'm reverting to being a toddler in my 50s. That's super interesting. But again, so many great options. I'm not sure if your mom would want to do a spa treatment. I love spas. Not all women do, not all men do. Some people don't like the whole spa thing, but if she's into that, I think a spa experience would be so spot on for her, and I would love to see her treated to a fabulous spa day. Now, there's 2 different ones you can do, the Grand Floridian or Saratoga Springs. I've not done the Grand Floridian. I've only done Saratoga Springs, but I Loved my experience there. It is run by the Senses Spa. If you hear landscapers, I can't get away from it today. I've tried to film this video 3 times, but we have some trees going down in our cul-de-sac, so I apologize. Let's just deal. Let's just all deal, because we all know I work in my home and this is just what we have. I'm assuming this isn't going to be too long a trip because I know you both have very important jobs, although I'm hoping that she's getting ready to retire. Oh, did I even mention that? I mentioned that she delayed her retirement. So this is actually going to be a congratulations on your retirement. Congratulations on making it through probably one of the most challenging periods of your entire career. And, you know, just as a thank you for all that you both did to have this really amazing, relaxing trip. If she's more into shopping, you guys could always plan an entire day at Disney Springs to do that. I would love to see you do the tea at the Grand Floridian because I just feel like it's so grown up and sophisticated and fun. I would love to see you go to many of the wonderful lounges at Walt Disney World. You did mention that her favorite thing to do is kind of to sip Prosecco and people watch. Maybe you didn't say the Prosecco part. Maybe that was me. Maybe I'm the one that wants the Prosecco. But I think of things like the Nomad Lounge, like the Enchanted Rose, just so many great lounge options. The Abacadabra, the Abacadabar at the Boardwalk, which is so fun, and it kind of feels like a little speakeasy. So you almost, Chris, could plan like a different place to do your cocktail hour every night of your trip, and how fun would that be? I just feel like this trip could be such a great celebration. And again, because you're doing an entire day of VIP touring, you can kind of relax with your park time for the rest of the trip. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not going to spend time in parks. Of course you are. I'm not sure what your mom's favorite is, if it's Epcot, if it's Magic Kingdom. You know, I love the Magic Kingdom, and I know my mom loves the Magic Kingdom, so maybe your mom is in that category as well. But personally, I love a Magic Kingdom day without the stress of riding the headliners, where I can just kind of relax and take in the atmosphere and enjoy the music and the snacks and all of that. On your Magic Kingdom day, I would love to see you have a reservation at the Wave, so that maybe you want to lift over to the Contemporary, you want to have a great breakfast there, and then you guys can walk over to Magic Kingdom. I just feel the need with this trip for both of you to make it as low stress as possible. And we know how I feel about the buses, and don't at me. I just don't like the buses. I just think in recent years they have become, the wait times can be crazy. And if there is a way to avoid a bus, I am going to avoid a bus. And I've put you in a location that the only buses you should have to take if you don't have a car would be Animal Kingdom, because that's really unavoidable. But you could easily take Lyft to the Contemporary, and then you could walk over to Magic Kingdom. And I have heard such great things about the Wave for breakfast. I would love to do that. And yes, I know they're club level and they have breakfast in the club, but you know, it's a splurge. This is one of those trips where we're celebrating. So we're not going to worry about every nickel and dime or $20 bill. We're going to put down some coin because it's been a year. You know, and I'm always hesitant to say somebody deserves, because we all deserve an amazing trip to Walt Disney World. But I think you will all agree with me that if anybody deserves a luxury trip to Disney World, it is healthcare workers, and especially a healthcare worker like Chris's mom that actually delayed her retirement so that she could help with COVID-19. And I mean, come on, she deserves all of the best in the world. So I hope this sounds like a great trip for you guys. Tell me down in the comments below, what would you guys have chosen for Chris and his mom? Did I do a good job? Was I off my rocker? Is there another option that you would have chosen for them? And if you'd like me to consider your scenario for my next video, go ahead and put that in the comments below, because this is the video that I will choose from for my next video. If you're still here, I'm assuming you liked it, so please give it a big thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I do have that goal to get to 20,000 subscribers by my birthday, which is July 17th, in case you wanted to mark it in your calendar. And I'm just really glad that you were here today. Whatever you're doing, I hope you're being really good to each other. Always check the description box for lots of great resources and links, and I cannot wait to see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.